I'm just be giving back to a new Crash Bandicoot 4 stream, and if y'all didn't see the last one, definitely go and check it out. And yeah, it does feel like it has been quite a bit since the last one, which I do apologize. Yeah, we're back, continuing doing the Reilcs. Yeah, we are continuing to do the Reilcs, and maybe, just maybe, be able to get all the rest of the Reilcs in this one. We'll see. Yeah, how's everybody doing this week? I'm doing very well. It's almost been 18 years, apparently, since the whole, you know, the whole Elizabeth and Fritzl, or Elizabeth and Joseph Fritzl case actually came to the public, right? Which, yeah, April of 2008 was when Elizabeth was freed from the cellar by her dad. And yeah, Joseph is still in prison to this day, and believe it or not, he is 91. Yeah, he is 91 years old. And yeah, he is still obviously serving in prison, of course. He is still serving in prison for all the things he did. For the 20 years, what he did with his daughter. Yeah, that's hard to believe, though. Almost be 18 years. If I counted that right. If I counted it right. It was 2008. April, I can't remember what date it was, but I know it was April of 2008 for when the news broke out to the world. And again, she was like in her 40s when she got freed. She was 18 when she first got held captive by her father, and she was 40 years old when she, in her early 40s, when she got freed. Again, just definitely one of the most saddest stories, saddest based on true stories that I have ever read, and again, the movie based on it as well. Like, you gotta give her respect, though. I completely missed a time crate back there. I completely missed a time crate back there. But it's all good. It's all fine. Yeah, I gotta give her respect. And thankfully they are in a secure location, though. Being watched over. As her and her kids and her bodyguard as well. That she's actually with as well, from some sources say. Have been said. Like, that's very good. Let's just hope that they'll be safe, even if her father does get released, which really doesn't seem like he will, though. Does not really seem like he will. Yeah, it really does not seem like he will be released. Even though they do say that he is old, and he doesn't pose as a threat. You don't know that, right? People don't know that. You can't assume that even though he's in his 90s, you still don't know if he would be a threat. People would need to know that. Yeah, he's old, but still, though. You just still don't need to, you know, again, hopefully everybody is doing good this week. Like I said, I'm doing very good. Not sure if there's anything exciting that is going to be this week. From what I've heard, not really. From what I've heard, I don't think there's really anything very exciting or interesting going to be happening this week. At least not right now. I haven't heard. Yeah, I haven't heard at least. Yeah, from what I've heard, or I've seen. And yeah, y'all would have seen as well that I got the SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants, on DVD and Blu-ray. And believe it or not, when I was at Walmart, when I got it, it was the last one of the Blu-ray and DVD together. Yeah, there were others that were just DVD, but when it comes to Blu-ray also, there was just one more with DVD and Blu-ray and a code, basically, too, that you can put in. Like, that was very lucky. Like, that was actually pretty good, I would say. Okay, yeah, I don't know why I did that. I necessarily really don't know why I did that. It's fine, though. Yeah, we completed, Going Commando, Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, yesterday, I would say. Right, on stream. Dadgummit. Yeah, we failed again. You know what? It happens, though. It does happen. And believe it or not, also, speaking of Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, we'll be beginning that on the Pizza Thursday series next week. Because this week's Pizza Thursday will be beginning. We won't be beginning. We'll be finishing the first Ratchet & Clank on the Pizza Thursday series this week. Yeah, this week we'll be finishing the first Ratchet & Clank on the Pizza Thursday series. And next week we'll be beginning Ratchet & Clank 2. That's what I meant to say. That is what I meant to say. Yeah, that is what I meant to say. And again, we have began a cracking time when it comes to my first time playing on the Ratchet & Clank series. We have began a cracking time, and I am definitely loving it so far. Again, I've been told and heard so many good things about Ratchet & Clank A Cracking Time. How it's one of the best in the series, and even one of y'all even told me how it would change my life. Like, that's actually pretty big, I would definitely say. Especially when it comes to the late game, or when it comes to the end, that I would be very shocked. Like, yeah, I am very excited, I can just say. And speaking of Ratchet & Clank, I really don't have a whole lot more to buy of the Ratchet & Clank games, to be fair. I have, obviously, the All for One, which is after A Cracking Time, and then I have Full Frontal Assault, I'm pretty sure is what that one is called, and then Into the Nexus, and then, of course, I have the one on the PS4, which I am not going to be doing on the channel, because, you know, for issue reasons, that people would say, when it comes to the Ratchet & Clank reimagining game, basically. But I am still going to play it, just not on the channel. But then we also have a Rift Apart, which is, of course, to this day, still the last game to come out for Ratchet & Clank. I am not too sure if we're going to get any more Ratchet & Clank games. I hope so. Like, newer games. I mean, I'm pretty sure from what I've seen, it wasn't really that long ago for when... Oh, that's terrible. Go back. I mean, if it was... If it was any other game, it would be fine if we got a gold relic. But this is Crash 4, and obviously a gold relic is not good. Yeah, a gold relic is not good at all. Yeah, a gold relic is not good at all. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, if it was like the Insane Trilogy, or, you know, something like that, a gold relic would be fine. But Crash 4, yeah, it's not fine since we need all the platinum relics. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Even with Aku Aku. Yeah, even with Aku Aku. I just knew that was gonna happen. And I also have a Pepsi with me as well to drink that I got from the store as well. And again, Kingdom Hearts 4 is now 4 years old since the trailer released. Yup, Kingdom Hearts 4's reveal trailer, and still to this day, the last trailer we have gotten for the game. It has been 4 years. Like, yeah, that's sad, I would just say, especially for us Kingdom Hearts fans. Especially when it comes to the drought, right? Like, yeah, we are definitely in a drought, all things considered. Sometimes I could get that time crate when it comes to the TNT, but at the same time, sometimes I just can't. I guess it depends. Right? I guess it depends. This attempt seems better. This attempt seems better. I think this time we got it. Yeah. We did better that time. We did way better that time. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. That's a way better attempt. I just don't know what that last attempt was. Like, I really don't. I really have no clue what that other attempt was. And what is this attempt? For real, what is this attempt? I really don't know what that attempt was. That wasn't a very good attempt, though. Okay, that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but you know what? It's fine. We're gonna lose Aku Aku anyway when we transition to Crash. So, it's all fine. Right? It's all fine. It's all good. Yeah, I thought might as well we go ahead and do There He Blows first before we do Booty Calls. Right, like, might as well. Might as well. Yeah, I most certainly would not want anybody to experience what she did, right? What Elizabeth went through. Like, no. Nobody deserves that whatsoever. I would definitely say. Nobody on this earth. Most certainly not. Especially when your own father does that to you. I mean, there are times when you hear things like this where it's like, yeah, and just think about it too. Like, there are some people that or kids that kids will always, I'm just saying, will always deserve parents. But not all grown-ups, people, deserve kids, or to be fathers. And this is an example, I will say. This is definitely a story, a true story of what happened. That just proves that, yeah, just shows that, yeah, not everybody would deserve to be fathers. I mean, that is the sad truth, though. That is the sad truth, though. That's how it is in this world. Yes, every kid deserves a parent, but there are a lot of grown people that, like him, that really shouldn't have had kids. If you just think about it. Again, that is the thing, though. And you would definitely hear different people saying, though. I mean, if I were to ever be a father one day, I would definitely do my children right, most certainly. Because again, especially when you hear about so many different things that happen to children, to kids. Like, yeah, it's definitely, like, breaks your heart, I would say, for sure. Because there's a lot of stuff in this world when it comes to with children that happens to children. I can just say. Definitely would break your heart. Children, you know, like little children / teenagers, I would say. Right? Teenagers as well. Like Lisa McVeigh, we could say. Where, of course, when she was a teen and got abducted, and no one believed her except one police officer, one detective. Even the other police officers didn't believe her. Even her own supposed grandparents. Which, yeah, that movie was definitely very sad as well. It's probably another movie that's up there with movies I love, but I also hate I love to hate, basically. Movies, up there with movies I love to hate. I mean, yeah, the Santa Claus 1, you know, with Tim Allen, is definitely up there. The Tim Allen Santa Claus movie, the first one, it'll always be up there with the movies I hate, but I also, I love to hate. There's just movies that do make me furious, even though if they're just acting. There's movies like, again, with Lisa McVeigh's movie and stuff like that are based on true stories. That, yeah, would definitely make you ticked of how they're being treated and such. Again, that's just the reality as well of the world we live in, where there would be people like that. But yeah, the Santa Claus Tim Allen movie, the first one, it's definitely up there on movies that I basically love to hate, or I hate to love, I guess I should say. I mean, I don't like watching the first Santa Claus movie just because of how ticked it always makes me get. Especially with the police officers and stuff like that. But I still watch it, though, with my family. I still endure, I still do it for, watching it with family, of course. Even if I don't like the movie, I still watch it. I still watch it with family. When it comes to the holidays. I would definitely just... When it comes to the Santa Claus movies, I definitely just stick with the second and third movie. I would definitely say. I can just say. When it comes to those movies, definitely the second and third movie I would much rather stick to. Not so much the first movie. I would definitely skip the first movie. Yeah, I would definitely skip the first movie. I mean, obviously, this is just my opinion. If y'all like it, that's very good by me, of course. I'm very happy. I'm happy that y'all like it. The first Santa Claus movie. I'm glad that y'all like it. But for me, it just makes me furious. Every time I watch it, every year. I don't know why. It's just something inside of me that just triggers when I watch it. That I just can't stand. Right? There's just movies like that where you just can't stand it when it comes... Even though it's just a movie, right? Even though it's just a movie, I know. But like I said before, there are movies that I've mentioned before that you gotta remember, they're based on true stories. Right? That happened in real life. If you're watching based on a true story movie, you gotta remember that, yeah, even though they're just acting on the movie, it happened in real life. And obviously, of course, it was way worse in real life, too, compared to the movies, based on the stories. But still, you do gotta take with consideration that, yeah, it did happen for real when it comes to based on true story movies. Unlike just acting movies, right? Where they're just, there's ones that are based on, there's the difference between it's based on true stories and ones that are not, of course. That you do have to know that, yeah, of course, when it's not on true stories, they're just acting, right? And it's not obviously real. But ones that are based on true stories, you gotta remember it happened in real life. And even though they're just acting on the movie, you gotta remember that it was far worser when it actually happened. can never seem to get the fast econo. I don't know why. Whenever I use econo, I just can never seem to get, you know, that very far boost that we can normally get. I don't know why. It's like every time. It's like every time. Yeah, like this. You know, doing something like that. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, doing that kind of spin that makes you go very far. I just can never seem to get it most of the time. I don't know why. Even though I've been playing this game ever since it came out in 2020. Right, in October of 2020. I still could never seem to get it right. It's just funny like that. Yeah, it's just funny like that. Okay, that was very good, I would say. There we go. Not surprised I got the Toys for Bob relic on this level, because most of the time I'm always able to get it. Most of the time I'm always able to get the Toys for Bob relic on Give It a Spin. Yeah, I always seem to get it on Give It a Spin, the Toys for Bob relic.
Reminds me of Neo Nikon, minus the Kaiju Tanuki.
I am kind of curious when it comes to Gumball, the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball. I do wonder when Season 3 of the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball is coming out. Because we haven't, because again, Season 2 aired back in December of last year, right? It came out December of last year, and we're in April now. So I do wonder when we're going to be getting Season 3 of the Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball. But I guess you could say, wouldn't this be, like, I'm trying to think overall, counting the other 6 seasons from the original show. Like, wouldn't this be Season 9 overall of Gumball? Or Season 8? Yeah, I think Season 8. You know, if you're counting the other 6 seasons from the Amazing World of Gumball. If you're counting those seasons along with the Wonderfully Weird World, then yeah, it would be 8 seasons altogether. But yeah, I am quite curious. You see, that's what I call speed, though. That's the type of speed I like. That's the type of speed I like. Definitely the type of speed I like. And in May, we're almost a year until since we got those Kingdom Hearts 4 screenshots, you know, almost a year since we got those new Kingdom Hearts 4 screenshots, if you remember, that Square Enix released when Missing Link got cancelled. So yeah, hard to believe that we are 4 years since the reveal trailer of Kingdom Hearts 4, but also almost a year since those screenshots got released. I'm really hoping that next year, for the 25th anniversary, we'll get something very special. I'm really hoping so. Because again, 25 years. 25 years for Kingdom Hearts. For the Kingdom Hearts series. That's very important. Right? That's a very important number. And because it's even funnier than 24. But still, I am really hoping Square Enix will do something very special for Kingdom Hearts for the 25th anniversary next year. Really, really hoping. Like, I beg you, Square. Like, sometimes I feel like, does Square even care about Kingdom Hearts anymore? Right? That's what I wonder. Sometimes it just... And a lot of other people are asking the same question. Like, does Square Enix even care about Kingdom Hearts anymore? Because it always doesn't seem like anything new for Kingdom Hearts, especially since it's mainly focusing on, like, Final Fantasy and stuff, which that's not a bad thing. But still, for people that are Kingdom Hearts fans, like, yeah. I mean, this has always been a thing, too. Do remember, this has been a thing for many years for Kingdom Hearts. This has always been a thing for Kingdom Hearts. Like, we've always been somewhat like this when it comes to the drought, right? When it comes to wanting more information, right? More news. This is nothing new, of course. We gotta remember that. But still. Still, though, you gotta remember that. I mean, it does make you also wonder, is this Kingdom Hearts 4 drought gonna be even worse than Kingdom Hearts 3 was? Because, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3's drought was definitely kind of bad, too. Especially from 2013, 2012, all the way to 2019, that people had to wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 to release. Yeah, I think it was either 2013 or 2012 when Kingdom Hearts 3 was originally announced. And yeah, it was going to come out in 2018, but it got delayed to 2019. But still, it does make you wonder if we're going to have the same kind of thing for Kingdom Hearts 4 like we did with 3. Which I am really, really, really hoping we don't. Right, I would really, really like for that not to be the case. Yeah, I would really like for that not to be the case, of course. Really? That's sad. But yeah. Okay, yeah, that was a terrible attempt too. That was a terrible attempt too. And that. I hope y'all are just loving my laughs here. My laugh moments. I can just tell you, the other day, I was just laughing so hard, I can just say. Like, yeah, I was just laughing so hard that I was just hurting, and my eyes were very watery too, just from how much I was crying, or how much I was laughing. Yeah, just from how much I was laughing, made my eyes water. Yeah, of course that would have happened too. Same area like before. When we fell into the water. Same spot before. And also, what y'all think of my new recent movie review that I did on the original, No One Would Tell, the 1996 version of No One Would Tell. Which again, I did technically see the remake first, and then the original, but still, I'd like to know what y'all think. And yeah, with it based on a true story, it is sad. I would definitely say. I mean, yeah, relationships like that really can be a real thing, though. Again, since those movies were based on a true story. People can be like that, though. Of course, I did that. Can't really say which one I liked better. The remake or the original. I can't really say for sure. I mean, they were both sad, of course. The relationships between that girl and that boy, though, is a relationship I really hope nobody else goes through. I mean, yeah, there are relationships like that. I mean, like I just mentioned, it is based on a true event. But still. And yeah, people can be treated very terribly. I mean, hey, I've definitely been there. I have been there. And yeah, there would be people, also, when you go through situations like that, people may not actually help you. Or you may just say, try to pretend nothing is wrong. Okay, that was actually pretty good there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, pretty lucky. Sometimes I can get the Toys for Bob relic on this level too. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes. Like I said, sometimes I can get the Toys for Bob relic on this level as well. It's not the hardest, though. I definitely will say. It's definitely not one of the worstest platinum relics. I mean, Toys for Bob relics to get. I definitely will say. I mean, the time is definitely not terrible. That I can definitely say. The time is definitely not terrible. Yeah, the time is definitely not terrible. For a lot of days, relics, they're definitely not so terrible. I mean, to think that we are also almost 2 months until Toy Story 5 comes out. That's hard to believe. Almost 2 months away. When it's the 19th. When it's April 19th. It'll be 2 months until Toy Story 5 comes out in theaters. That is just crazy. And I still don't know why, when it comes to Toy Story 4, I still don't know why I didn't go to see it in theaters. Why I didn't see it in theaters when it came out. Or when it was in theaters. I don't remember exactly what was happening on that day. Or what I was doing, but I didn't go. And again, that was back in 2019 as well. I do know that. Again, that just seems so long ago, though. 2019, 2018, 2017. That just seems so long ago. Absolutely crazy. Like, you know, when it came to the year the Insane Trilogy came out, to Spyro Reignited, to Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. You know, when it comes, especially when looking back at when those games came out. Those really did not seem that was that long ago. I love that I got that Aku Aku and then I immediately lost it. Like, I like that. I like that I just immediately lost it after getting it. The Toys for Bob relic on this level doesn't really seem that terrible either. Just looking at the time. It does not actually seem that bad. Because again, I got a 45.97, and the Toys for Bob relic is a 41.27. That is really not bad. That is really, really not bad of a time. Like I said, there's a lot of these relics that, when it comes to the Toys for Bob, the developer relic, it actually does not seem that bad. It definitely does not seem all that bad. Yeah, there's a lot of these kind of times that doesn't really make it seem like it's all that terrible. I mean, yeah, this is yet another level that I can very easily get the Toys for Bob relic on. Wow, I can't believe I actually went in the middle of them. Yeah, I can't believe I went right in the middle. Absolutely crazy. Oh look, we got that weird bug, that weird glitch, where the enemy is invisible. Yeah, the enemy is invisible. Or it shows him invisible, even though he's not, because he's still holding the TNT. I mean, I do feel like that whole area before, you know, leading to the whole restaurant, Dingo Dial's Diner, I do feel like with that whole crate, where that whole Target sign was, I do feel like that definitely could have gone a bit better. I definitely will say. I mean, I kind of won't be surprised if I don't get the Toys for Bob relic here, just because of some of the mistakes here and there we're making. It's not extremely bad, though. Not so terrible. So let's see. Yeah, we definitely could have gotten it. I feel like that whole part alone, you know, leading into the diner itself, that part definitely could have done better. I mean, I got a 145.76, and the Toys for Bob relic was a 145.26. Yeah, that definitely could have gone way, way better. I mean, it's fine, though. But I feel like just that whole part alone probably is what really killed that whole run, basically. Right, of it being a Toys for Bob relic.
That's more like it. Lad, which way's me gone?
Again, that's just me, though. I mean, hey, we get another Aku right there, so it's fine. Right, it's all good. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know if that was a mistake or what, but we're all good. We are all good. Of course, I couldn't get that crate up there. It's fine, though. That still went pretty good, I would say. Yeah, that's definitely a Toys for Bob relic there. That's for sure. That run definitely was pretty good. I'll definitely say. Definitely will say for sure. Yeah, I thought going ahead and doing no dilly-dallying would probably be... Or we would definitely go ahead and do that, and then doing Run It By You. Right? Do the alternate version first. Alternate timeline version first of the level. And then go and do the normal version of the level. And yeah, again, with this one, I can also get the Toys for Bob relic too. It just does, A lot of these really just depend on how the run goes, right? That's especially it. Just how good the run goes. Like, yeah. Really just depends on that. Quite surprised we managed to get past that bomb, though. That was actually pretty impressive. Pretty impressive indeed, I would say. Yeah, I missed that. Even though it's just a one crate. Oh well. Hey, this actually went pretty good, I would say. Either way. Definitely went very, very good. Another dimension completed. Ship happens.
The bandicoots are en route. I must reach the spot.
I mean, yeah, even though I had an Aku Aku there, I have done it before with that whole part that I just did without an Aku Aku. And yeah, of course, this is where we could have gotten the 3 Aku Akus here. I mean, yeah, here too. Pretty much. Could have gotten it here too. clown. Snow Way Out. I don't even think Lanny Lowly, or not Lanny Lowly, Kapunawa. I don't even think Kapunawa even caught up to us because of how fast we were going when we slowed down time. I'm not sure. She probably was. She probably was. I just didn't see her. Of course, I missed a crate there. As to be expected. But hey, at least this time, we managed to get the 3 Aku-Akus. Yeah, at least this time around, we managed to get the 3 Aku-Akus. Unlike before. Yeah, this one I'm able to get a Toys for Bob relic for sure. Most definitely. Stay Frosty! Sometimes I can get pretty close to getting the Toys for Bob relic here. That was great. Yeah, that was great. That was great too. Completely missed the clock. Yeah, that time I just completely missed the clock there. He still managed to knock me backwards. That time I hit the nitro. think I even really needed to slow down time when going past the shark, since we had 3 Aku Akus. Since we're invincible. Yeah, it showed that the Toys for Bob relic was a 41, and we got a 43. So yeah, it wasn't all that terrible there. Definitely will say. Wasn't all that bad.
Ooh, must have left my jacket in the Bermuda Quadrangle.
I don't think that was too bad, that Tana section. Yeah, I really don't think that Tana section was terrible. I mean, I feel like it definitely could have gone way better, but for how it went, it actually went pretty good. And yeah, I missed that crate too. Man, this attempt went very well, but I feel like it's going to end up not being so good now. Just because of the time crates that we end up missing. I just have a feeling. This attempt definitely could have gone very well, I feel. But I feel like it's not going to go so well at this point. I mean, I would still be happy if it ended up being a very good attempt, but we're going to have to see. Let's see. How was it? How was it? Yeah, I had a feeling. Again, that whole Tana section was great. It was just that whole, towards the end with Crash's section, that went pretty bad.
Ooh, must have left my jacket in the Bermuda Quadrangle.
Yeah, it was just the end of that Tana section that wasn't all that great. Yeah, I didn't really see no problems with Tana's section, though. No problems I didn't see whatsoever. Okay, well now we're gonna have to be more careful now, since we did lose the Aku Akus that I would have needed. Okay, yeah, that wasn't the best that time. That wasn't the best that time. Let's just hope we can still be able to do it here. Yeah, let's just hope this is a bit better. As long as we don't miss these crates, of course. Yeah, that was a way better attempt. That was a way better attempt. I mean, yeah, Tana section definitely, on that attempt, definitely could have been better. It definitely could have gone better with that attempt with Tana, but overall, we still managed to get the Platinum Relic that time. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. There you go. Another dimension completed. Blasted a past. Yeah, we are breezing through these, though. I just really appreciate how we are breezing through these. I actually thought I was going to lose my Aku Aku there for a moment. And it's good that I didn't, since I was able to get the third Aku Aku here. There you go. Yeah, we're doing really good here, I can definitely say. Cortex.
Let's see how these prehistoric predators like my blaster's new ship.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Like I did a charge instead into the nitro, or instead of into the TNT instead of just shooting it with the blaster. Oh, come on. Okay, yeah, this attempt is already a failure, so we need to try that again. That attempt already was definitely, I had a feeling of it being a failure, so. And yeah, go and lose that Aku Aku. Why not? And get blown up too. Okay, yeah, this one definitely feels better. That's all I can just say. And once again, we'll go ahead and do Rock Block before we do Dino Dash. I mean, we're almost there, though. We've almost gotten all of them.
Ought to be another one of them shimmering things around here.
Yeah, we are definitely getting there. So yeah, we are able to get the rest of the relics in this stream here. Don't need to bounce on those nitros. I mean, not nitros, TNTs. We could just go over down. I mean, at least we would have Aku Aku if we were jumping on the nitros. But yeah, I meant to say TNT. We don't have to jump on the TNT there. It's just, yep, I knew it. I knew the T-Rex was gonna come very close, and yep, he certainly did. Just because I didn't jump over that mushroom, that made me all dizzy. I mean, this Dingodile section wasn't all that terrible, though. I think I did pretty good with Dingodile. I definitely wouldn't say I did terrible with him. I mean, Dingodile section isn't all that terrible, I would say. Definitely is not all that bad. Not bad at all. Let's let this one be better, shall we? Yeah, that time we managed to get it. That is very good. There we go. And that was a 134, and we got 136. So yeah, that actually came very close to getting a Toys for Bob relic there. It was a 134 to get a Toys for Bob relic, and we had a 136. So yeah, we weren't really all that far off. That wasn't terrible either. Wait. Really? That was a very bad spot. That was a very bad spot to die at. Like, wow. Again, what's the point of that Aku Aku there? Especially when, even if you have a third Aku Aku, like, you're not going to be able to use it anyway, since you're riding down. Right? Like, there's no use whatsoever. Nope. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go and just do the fact that, yep, I just ignored that crate. That time crate. Like, nope, I was definitely not gonna be able to, not gonna ignore that. Toys for Bob Relic. Yeah, this one definitely isn't so much of a hard one either to get the Toys for Bob Relic. I definitely will say. So that's another dimension completed. Shipping error.
Got to find that ship. If I only hadn't replaced my blaster's teleport with that hair dry function.
Of course, I would have missed the area there. I mean, I did that on purpose right there. It was that part that I messed up. Yeah, there was really no need for me to jump there, to be honest. Yeah, that's what I get. That's what I get for losing to Aku Aku, though. I'm just gonna say. That is what I get. Yeah, I know I just missed it. Time crate. Rondo. And hey, at least I still got an Aku Aku, though, for this section. Just in case we needed it. You never know, though. Out for lunch. Nope. Again, I wasn't gonna go and just ignore that Aku Aku. Every Aku Aku matters. Even if I just now have lost one, right? Managed to take damage with one. Still though, every Aku Aku matters. Well, shoot. So much for that, Dan. Right, so much for the Aku Akus. Well, shoot. Okay, let's try to keep them again, shall we? Let's try to keep these again. So now let's just make sure we keep these Aku Akus to the end, though. Here we go. I mean, hey, at least the timer does stop while you're using the elevator. That's a good thing. At least it does stop while you're using the elevator. So that's a really good thing. A really, really good thing. Stowing away. Yeah, just lose those Aquas, alright. Okay, I'm doing very good losing the Aquas though. Like, that's what I can just say. Well, the timer obviously doesn't stop here when we're going down the elevator, but at least on out for launch it does. Yeah, at least for out for launch. And shipping error, it does. Crash landed. Okay, I actually thought I was gonna, you know, do the jump wrong, but no. I could see this planet, or I could see this level being something from Ratchet and Clank, to be honest, right? Just the look of this level here, of Crash Landed. This level, I could definitely see this being something on Ratchet and Clank. This type of level. Of course I would have died there. But that's just me, though. Definitely makes me think of something from Ratchet and Clank. Of course, I would have lost another one. And I jumped over that one. Oh, jumped over that. So no 3 Akrakus this time. I mean, I guess that's one way to do it. Right, I guess I could say that's one way to do it. And of course I missed that one. I guarantee you this is probably not going to go well when it comes to the overall time. Yeah, when it comes to the overall time, I don't think it's going to go so well. I guess we're about to find out. Let's see. Okay, yep, that was good. That's good. I wasn't so sure just because of the crates that I missed. Next dimension. Pretty sure I have actually gotten a Toys for Bob relic here on this level. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually a pretty good save we did back there, though. That was a pretty good save. Okay, that was really good. Right, like that was absolutely amazing. With that Econo, that spin with Econo, that speed we managed to get. That was amazing, though. We came so close to actually getting the Toys for Bob relic. I feel like if it wasn't for that whole rope thing that we managed to actually save ourselves from, I think we would have gotten it there. I'm just saying. I think we definitely could have gotten the Toys for Bob relic there if it wasn't for that whole rope bit.
Let's see if these tall poppies know how to smoke a steak.
Yeah, I got the nitro instead. There we go. This level, even though it is a pretty long level, I do always get the Toys for Bob relic in this level. Yeah, I always do manage to get it. Get the Toys for Bob relic in this level. Wow, didn't even get those nitros. Nope, nope. Of course. Of course. Of course something like that was bound to happen. Yeah, something like that was bound to happen. Okay, got the nitros that time in that spot. Still didn't even get those there. Okay, we're back to Tana section. We're back to Tana section. We're getting to the end of the level. We're at the end bit of the level. Ooh, that came so close. I'm telling you. Oh, we actually came so close to actually getting it, but it's all fine. Like I said, most of the time. Well, yeah, most of the time I am able to do it. As long as it's obviously a perfect run. I mean, that was kind of a perfect run a bit, I would say. There were some parts where I felt like it definitely could have been better. Hang on. There we go. There's a hair blocking the view because it was on my glasses. Man, that was going so good. I was just gonna say, man, this is going good. I was just gonna say that. Now we got this section. Oh Lord. Pretty good, I would say. Pretty good. Final dimension. Final relics to get. That was so fun. And yeah, of course I would have failed. Of course. Not too much of a surprise. I'm actually surprised I actually didn't get hit there. Like, really, I am quite surprised. Don't even need a slow down time here. Going up there. I know for a fact I have actually gotten the Toys for Bob relic on this level. I do know for a fact I did. Wait, what? What? What happened there? Yeah, that's what I want to know. What happened there? I have no clue what happened there. It was definitely weird, though. There we go. Okay, we're actually able to grab it onto it that time. That was still weird before. Definitely weird before. That was really, really good there. Definitely had some good breakfast this morning. Had some eggs and biscuit. Definitely will say it was really good. Go ahead and do sing double.
I won't let me fail. I mean, fail differently. I mean, oh, crash!
Okay, yeah. I really don't know what I would have called that, though. Didn't even need Kapunawa. Did not even need back there. Really? How is that gold? For real, how is that gold?
I won't let me fail. I mean, fail differently. I mean, oh, crap!
Yeah, I seriously want to know, how is that even gold? It's the same thing. And of course, since, you know, we have 2 relics left, this one is especially, it's going to cause a lot. Of course. No. What is going on? I have no clue. Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. What I can just say. Okay. Finally got back to Crassus section. Please let that be it. There we go. That's better. That is better. Now we just got one to go. Cortex Castle. We really don't even need to use Kapuna while there, since we have 3 Aquakus. There you go. 106%. So yeah, that'll conclude this stream. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit the like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure your notifications turn on so you see anything new. And yeah, I'd definitely like to know what y'all think. Catch you next one.